conversation today with Mr. Johannes Rossmanith, who's the Director R&D Battery Systems at BorgWarner. Mr. Johannes, thank you very much for speaking to Autocar Professional and taking out your time.
Thank you for having me.
And battery is the hot topic right now. I mean, EV transition is, everybody's talking about energy and how do you look at alternative propulsion solutions for a sustainable future. So, talk to me about BorgWarner's strategy there. What are your plans in terms of your products and offerings, and how are you looking at this space in terms of, technological innovations going forward?
Yeah, so I think we as battery systems, battery and charging systems in BorgWarner, of course, we are core of our new product journey, right, into electrification. Mm-hmm. Since battery is a core element, right? Yeah. Our legacy is the company Akasol that we acquired in 2021, and from there grow a lot. So we have meanwhile 3.5 gigawatt hours installed capacity for battery systems. We're producing at the moment NMC based, NMC round cell based battery systems, globally in Germany, in the US, and in South America. Though that's the current generation, right? And we see and we are playing in the field of commercial vehicle, and especially that is really a field where we see a huge growth in purely battery electric vehicle propulsion.
Right. But eventually, do you see BorgWarner also catering to the passenger vehicle segment?
Not at the moment. So we really have a very good footprint in commercial vehicle. Our technology is born from that, right? And we are very strong in that. The passenger car field is of course much more crowded in terms of competition, and it's a different technical need. So at least the number of charging cycles as examples, right? It's 1,000 to 1,500 maybe in passenger car. It's above 5,000 in commercial vehicle, and that's something where the technology needs to fit to, and there we are strong with our partners in supplying us with battery cells. We have a huge experience in serving this particular commercial vehicle market, and there's enough growth available, though at the moment we do not plan to step into passenger car batteries.
Right. Talk to me about the NMC technology, Johannes. I mean, if I look at the passenger vehicle space, I mean, it is still considered a bit of an outdated technology. But if, what is the use case that is seeing, what's the merit of NMC technology that is making it so beneficial in the commercial vehicle segment?
Yeah, that is not what I directly saying. So because we have currently NMC, and we will have LFP. So that's what we are showing on that show. It's our new battery pack family on LFP technology.
LFP chemistry.
But our market view globally in Europe, US, in India is for commercial vehicle. Both technologies will stay in the market. It's not that the one is replacing the other. LFP will not, from our perspective, replace NMC. NMC will stay with a small or with a benefit on energy density, just on the chemistry side. LFP can come close to it because the packaging in the pack it's better on, especially based on the LFP blade cells that we are using. Though both will have their role in the future. But the NMC technology is what is established at the moment. We see in commercial vehicle maybe 80% is NMC based, but LFP will come. The first applications are going into market. We will launch our products in late 26, early 27 in Europe, and we're looking now for Indian customers, and we're talking already with Indian customers who are of course interested in LFP more than in NMC. Due to the cost benefits, right? And that's where we're very optimistic that this is a great product for the Indian market.
So 26, 27 is when you're targeting to introduce this in India.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's when, if I can say that, our LFP product family is based on the blade cell technology, which we partnering up with Findreams Battery, which is a subsidiary of BYD. Though we have a kind of exclusivity partnership. They're delivering us the blade cells as the only non-OEM battery pack manufacturer, and for that we only using their cells. So it's a partnership where we can leverage our global footprint and our battery pack and BMS and software capabilities to designing the pack using the cutting-edge blade cell technology from Findreams. I think that's a great package to address the needs even on the Indian market.
Right. So what category of commercial vehicles will you be targeting when you begin your supplies to CV OEMs in India?
It's the same as at the moment. It's, if we're talking in vehicle classes, it's class 3 plus.
Okay.
So it's everything starting on medium duty truck or bus and up to heavy duty, so long haul trucks. So we are delivering at the moment to big customers globally in buses, in trucks, medium duty, heavy duty, and that will stay our target market. What we see as a growth potential is last mile delivery. They're looking a lot into battery electric propulsion, right? Though that's a field, so it's class 3 plus is our target market.
Okay, but that is going to be a very minute or minuscule focus for you. In the last mile segment.
It was always a focus and will be. We see that growing a lot, right? So all cities thinking about how to make sure that the last mile delivery is free of combustion engine.
Right, but they're very smaller vehicles. So will you develop?
It's not so small. It's maybe in the class of 3, 4, 5 tons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That class 3 starting with 6 point something tons. So that's a range where our technology could fit into. Of course, it depends on the customer strategy. If they want to combine it with a platform that using passenger car batteries, or really have a volume that makes it reasonable to have a commercial vehicle type of battery.
Right. Just want to get your sense, Johannes, in the Indian market, in the commercial vehicle segment, still there is a lot of talk about LNG or hydrogen more than EVs. So if you compare from your experience in global markets, how do you see the Indian market evolve in terms of, electrification in the commercial vehicle segment?
We see a lot of interest from India. We're talking to a lot of the big names in Indian commercial vehicle market. There's from our perspective, there's a huge trend to really see battery electric propulsion as a target technology. Though of course there are maybe some hurdles to overcome from infrastructure, from charging, right? But we're seeing swapping systems with batteries, things like that, that are under investigation. Though we think if we listen to our customers, and we're used to hearing the voice of our customers, that they think battery electric commercial vehicles, buses and trucks will be a major portion of the market in the future.
Okay. And would you be also developing products and solutions which are tuned to the Indian market requirements?
Yes.
What's the roadmap there?
Yeah, so our strategy with our LFP product is we have a family designed with different form factors, sizes. That was in the beginning focused on European regulations, right? It's a lot of functional safety, cybersecurity, whatever. But we know from India that there is, of course, a much higher focus of best cost solution, right? We have a strong cost focus in India. And this depends, and we listen to our customers. What is the real need of our customers? What we also can do is we could take some designs that our partner Fenris Battery already have developed in China to just industrialize in India, right? It's a little bit less functional safety, less cybersecurity, a little bit different design, more cost effective, with of course then less functionality. But we are sure as BorgWarner we can really use our footprint in China, in India, combine it with the technology from the cells from China, with our battery pack experience, industrialize in India, of course, using our existing infrastructure, our plants that we have with other business units in India, and then shaping a product that is fitting the Indian market. From regulations, from cost perspective, from collaboration with customers, right? They sometimes want to be part of the development, right? Having a mixture of our design shaped to their needs. So everything is possible, and of course is very focused on meeting the requirements of our Indian customers.
Right. So you see a lot of similarities in the requirements in China and India, and that's how you leverage what you already have in China for the Indian market as well.
Yeah. That's a little bit an interesting situation at the moment. So I think in India, the regulations for commercial vehicle or for batteries are not quite sure. There are voices who saying we will be close to the European standards, right? That would mean we could serve with our product from there.
Europe, yeah.
Or it is a reduced regulation level due to cost focus, right? That is not fully clear, but since we can develop both and deliver both, we can really react very fast to that needs and can serve for both options.
Right. And in terms of localization, you mentioned that you will eventually industrialize this in India. Are you already evaluating where to do this, and what's the time frame that you're looking at to localize the technology in the country?
Yeah, it's not a maybe, it's a must.
Okay.
Right? If we want to go to the Indian market, we are clear we have to industrialize in India, produce in India, over time develop in India. So that's fully clear to us.
Okay.
We have a lot of from other business units some facilities around Chennai. That could be one area where we could go to. But it depends also a little bit on the customer wishes, right? From the logistics perspective. But what is clear, if we go with an Indian customer into a program, we will industrialize in India. We will most likely use our existing infrastructure from other business units and place our first production line, as an example, in an existing plant. That is one scenario that we did in our localization in North America, as an example. We placed the first battery pack production line into an existing BorgWarner plant, which is very beneficial from launch performance, right? From launch timing, since you can use all the automotive structures in an existing BorgWarner plant. In comparison, you build a completely new plant somewhere else.
Absolutely, right.
That is the approach we also want to choose for India.
So when can we see the first line being set up?
It depends on the customer program, though we don't have a nominated customer program in the moment in India. We see a 2-year, 1.5, 2-year preparation time to put production equipment into place. So if we find somebody here during that fair, right, and then coming close to a maybe a program in running this year, then it could be 27, 28.
27, 28. Yeah. Right. And what are the going forward? Just lastly, around the development roadmap. What is going to be your focus in terms of development for the local market? What are the different areas that you want to tap into from a development perspective?
For India or
for the Indian market? Yeah,
for the Indian market, I think the first step is to establish a battery-based propulsion segment, right? So to really bring buses, trucks on a larger scale to battery electrification. I personally think LFP will be the technology of choice for the first generation. That's for me quite clear. Then it depends a little bit on the global development on battery cell, right? If there's another technology coming, or will we stay with basically lithium iron, lithium based batteries? But I think that's for India, the roadmap is establish that first product. Improve or
keep fine-tuning
cost situation step by step to make it affordable for India, and then the technology will show where it's going.
Right. Johannes, thank you very much for giving us these insights, and lovely talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.